Hey everyone, I'm Chief Meteorologist Eric Elwell with Spectrum News 1 in Ohio. It's time to go behind the weather. We're getting set to head into October. We have now officially had the first day of fall, which came in Friday night. Saturday was the first full day of fall. Second full day was Sunday. I was on vacation last week for the last week of summer. I am back this week, so we'll see you on Monday. But right now, let's go behind the weather and show you what we're expecting as we head into the new month. All right, I do want to tell you that we're recording this on September the 24th in the evening. Got to clarify that because things can change the later in the date that we go. But first things first, I do want to talk about, let's talk about what we're expecting over the next few days. We are in a bit of a drought, actually, and in fact, we've started to see some drought conditions developing across much of Ohio, and I'm going to pull that up and show you what we've got going on nationally, and also what we are expecting as we head, really into the next couple of weeks. We're going to take you through the 8 to 14 day outlook as well. So first things first, let's look at the U.S. Drought Monitor, and I'm going to show you what we're dealing with, and we're going to compare things to 2 weeks ago as well. So the map that you've got on the left is the latest one. The one on the right is from 2 weeks ago. And by the way, this data was taken on the 29th, or rather the 19th, I believe, was the latest drought monitor that was put out. So we've got some work to do. We've started to see some drought conditions developing across parts of Indiana. That's this orange color. When you look at Ohio itself, let's take a look at the current drought conditions here. I'll pull that up, and let's take you into Ohio. And here's the Midwest. We'll go into Ohio, and you can see the yellow is abnormally dry conditions in Ohio. And just to kind of point out where we were, when you look at the state that was considered abnormally dry, it was 19% just about 2 weeks ago, let's say the 12th of October, a little less than 2 weeks ago. And then the latest drought monitor, that jumped up to 51%. So we've got some dry weather, and of course this has been great news for farmers. Farmers have been able to work in their fields and start to get the harvest ready, so this has been fantastic for the farmers, so I don't want to diminish that. But for the rest that are trying to keep their grass green a little bit longer, we're hoping for a little bit of rain sometime soon. So what I want to show you is what we're expecting over the next couple of days. I'm going to back this model up. This is our GFS model. Basically, we're looking at the American model, and I'm going to take you out here through the future. This is what we're seeing this evening. This is a look at the current model, by the way. Ohio here in the middle. The green and yellow is where we've got precipitation. We've got what's left of Ophelia, that tropical system that's still moving through Pennsylvania, bringing quite a bit of rain down into New York City. This is the system back here that we're going to be watching head our way over the next couple of days. It's going to take a little while to get here before we start to get some rainfall. And so I'm going to put the models into motion here. There's a chance as we get into Monday for a spotty shower. I really think most of that stays off to the west. You can see the rain showers there in Wisconsin, back into western Michigan. Those do begin to push into western Ohio late Tuesday night. And then as we get into Wednesday, again, this area of low pressure really weakening, but maybe just enough moisture with some return out of the Gulf of Mexico to bring the threat for some showers and perhaps a few thunderstorms. Not expecting anything severe with this. They do expect some severe weather out a little bit farther to the west, but for us, just some scattered showers. And those may linger into Thursday. It looks like by Friday, we start to dry out. Models hint that maybe a boundary lingers across southern Ohio with a couple of showers, possibility Friday into southern Ohio. But as we get into the weekend, high pressure coming back into New England. Clockwise flow around that should mean southerly winds and dry weather for us as we head into next weekend. So let's look ahead at the long-range forecast. I'm going to do the 6 to 10-day temperature outlook. And again, keep in mind, this is the chance of being above normal Now, the normal varies from the state to the mid to upper 70s across northern Ohio. That's the average for this time of year, to upper 70s in southern Ohio. So it does look like we're going to be above that. And again, take a look at the date here at the top of your screen, September 30th through October 4th, looking to stay above average temperature-wise. So again, not talking 90s. I know you see a lot of red and you think, gosh, that's hot. It's not hot, it's just above average. I'll look at the precipitation. Yeah, not a whole lot of hope here as we head into early October. Again, still great news for farmers that are still working the fields. We do expect below average precipitation as we head into the new month. And even looking out 8 to 14 days, we'll look at the temperature outlook 8 to 14 days. So this takes us out through the 8th of October. Still looking at much of the eastern part of the country with above average temperatures. So it does look like a warm start here. And then the 8 to 14 precipitation outlook, 8 to 14 day, again out through October the 8th. Not a whole lot of precipitation expected there. All right, lastly, let's take a look at what that means temperature-wise. And this is a look at what we use as far as forecasting. I'm going to look here at what we call the National Blend of Models. This is kind of a good blend, takes kind of the average of all the models and gives us an idea of what the forecast high temperature and the forecast low temperature. And you can see the date there at the bottom of your screen. This is Cincinnati, by the way. We're going to start Cincinnati. We'll work our way up through Columbus and Cleveland. I'll even show you Dayton as well. But you can see it does look like by Tuesday we start to warm up. We get a few showers in here Wednesday, Thursday, so that cools us back into the 70s. But then we're back into the upper 70s to near 80 degrees in Cincinnati as we head into this weekend. I'm going to type in Columbus now, and you can see not a huge difference, mid to upper 70s. We do dip a little bit Wednesday and Thursday as we get some rain chances in here, only to warm back up this weekend into the upper 70s, and once again approaching 80 degrees. We'll take you to Cleveland now. Again, this is a look at the forecast for Cleveland. Here we may stay a little bit cooler, obviously low 70s, still above average in the 6 to 10 day range, which is that 30th through the 4th. You can see we do climb up there into the mid 70s, but we've got a little bit of cooler weather with some of those showers, it looks like Thursday of this coming week. And a couple of more stops here. Let's look at Dayton. It's going to be a little bit warmer, obviously up near 80 degrees Tuesday, then a little cooler Wednesday and Thursday. So that is the trend there. So basically what we need some precipitation. We don't have a whole lot in the forecast. Of course, the farmers dealing with some nice weather over the next few days. Comfortable temperatures, upper 70s to near 80 degrees. Will stay warmer than average. And once we get into early October, it looks like we're going to start very, very calm. So that's a look at your Behind the Weather. Thank you for tuning in here on Facebook and YouTube. Of course, we'll see you over on Spectrum News as I'm back on Monday afternoon. See you then.